welcome aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to welcome you aboard our wonderful flight past Douglas C-47, or Dakota. For your safety, please remain seated and keep your seatbelts on until we ask you to remove them.
So welcome to the Douglas C-47. It's a freeware aircraft by Jahn. For simulation flyers, this is an absolute masterpiece. In order to fly this aircraft, you have to be an aviator. We have to manage engines, engine RPM, manifold pressure, oil temperature, both in takeoff, climb, cruise and descent. In this first movie using this magnificent aircraft, I hope to demonstrate just some of the features. The main difference with this aircraft simulation, as I see it, is that you're not sat at a computer flying a simulation which simulates 5 computers flying an aircraft. With this simulation you get a chance to aviate, which is my preferred way of flying. Let's see if I can explain some of the features. So here we are in the superb C-47, currently in beta, and it's currently freeware. I just wanted to point out this pop-up here, which is absolutely superb. Everything you need is in this little pop-up box. If you don't want to use the fantastic 3D virtual cockpit, you can use this, but I'll just run through it. We have speed, the speed placard, VNE, VNO, VLO, VFE, VLE, all the speeds are there for you, and the current speed there, obviously we're
checking speed
station.
Warning.
Excuse me, that's multi-crew experience running in the background. Our altitude, click to set barometric pressure, currently at 30.09. that is absolutely spot on as per FS Global Real World Weather, 3009 or 1019 hectopascals. Gives our altitude, that is absolutely spot on, 195 feet. The altitude at Stapleford Abbots is 195 feet. Perfect. Heading, our current heading is 188, and it even has south to remind us. This will change obviously during the flight. V-speed, our current V-speed obviously is 0 at the moment. Trim, we alter our trim and you can see the trim values moving very accurately indeed. Gear, down obviously at the moment. Flaps, they're down obviously at the moment. Fuel weight, now this is absolutely spot on also. I've loaded a full weight of 23,496 engines. You can start the engines from here, 1 and 2, selecting 1 and pressing S, or we can go through the virtual cockpit startup procedure. We have a placard, an engine map here for takeoff, maximum constant takeoff and climb, and cruise. Gives RPMs, a manifold pressure, maximum oil temp and cylinder head temp. It's all there. Props at the moment, again we can see a percentage readout of what they're set. Mixture, currently we're off, but again you can see a percentage readout of what we're set. Cowl flaps, they're at 8 at the moment. We can open and close those and get a readout there. It's just fantastic, I can't get over this. It's brilliant detail. Outside air temperature at the moment is +12. You can see our RPM, our manifold pressure. Autopilot, a little autopilot section. We can actually cheat and set the altitude we desire, heading we desire, vertical speed we desire. We can navigate on GPS if you have the GTN 750. That's it, you're made up. We can navigate by VOR. We have 2 VORs installed, VOR radios. We can even select an approach and our speed will be given there. Avionics, well, a full suite of avionics, nav 1, nav 2 and a COM1 radio. The COM2 isn't, oh it might be. Let's just test that, COM1 and COM2. No, we haven't yet got the COM2, which I read on the forums it's being modelled. We have got the COM1 though there. Yep, okay. ADF, and we've got transponder, miscellaneous, air traffic control window, the standard Garmin if you don't have the GTN 750 map. I won't click it because it takes us to the FSX P3D map. Aircraft checklist, there's a detailed checklist there, more to follow on that. Aircraft reference sheet, got again our placard flap speeds there, absolutely superb. And stats, our status, well, here again another superb pop-up. Weight, they're all in there. Left and right main tanks, left and right OGS tanks. The other two tanks aren't simulated. And we've got our total weight and centre of gravity. Even the centre of gravity is listed there as a percentage. Everything you could possibly want. And again, another superb pop-up. Carbs, mags, generators, pumps. Everything that's going on in the simulation is in this Shift 3 pop-up box. Absolutely superb. So there we are, we're on 3.414 version, and what more can I say? It is superb, magnificent. I've got the Rex Advantage WX weather radar fitted as well on a pop-up 8, and together with the Garmin I'm set to go anywhere really. Just had to show you that. It's a superb feature, last seen on the EGHI DC2. I wonder if the programmer had anything to do with that. Anyway, thanks for watching this little introduction on the C47. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, David. Fine day for flying. Bit misty, but the forecast is good. Sky cover is broken at 700 feet, scattered 2,500. Wind is 117 at 10. Visibility is 7 miles.
What about this aircraft, Jess?
In July 2016, Jahn announced an upgraded version of Manfred Jahn's freeware Douglas C47 for Flight Simulator 10 and P3D. It's been under development since 2013. This version 3B2 includes model upgrades, detailed 3D engines, a new flight model, new cockpit and engine sounds. It has a new interactive checklist with optional callouts. It's still in beta and they are constantly working on it. It puts many payware simulations to shame. David, I think it's smashing.
Jess, tell us about the Douglas.
The Douglas DC-3 is a fixed-wing propeller-driven airliner. Its cruise speed, 207 miles per hour or 333 kilometers per hour, and range, 1,500 miles or 2,400 kilometers, revolutionized air transport in the 1930s and 1940s. Its lasting effect on the airline industry in World War II makes it one of the most significant transport aircraft ever made. Civil DC-3 production ended in 1942 with 607 aircraft being produced. However, together with its military derivative, the C-47 Skytrain, designated the Dakota in RAF service, and with Russian and Japanese-built versions, over 16,000 were built. Following the Second World War, the airliner market was flooded with surplus C-47s and other transport aircraft, and attempts to produce an upgraded Super DC-3 were a failure. This one was brought in from Canada by our team. The original owner had trouble with his fleet. This is our historic flight or flight past colour. The yellow ribbon on the tail is for those loved ones lost to disease and war. That should not have happened. Overall, it's a beauty of an aircraft. Ours is fitted with additional avionics in the form of Garmin GTN 750 GPS and a WX weather radar. Are we flying today?
Let's fly to Southampton.
Great idea, David. Have we got the historic flight day trippers for this one?
Yes, we have. Before start, Flo.
Before start. Battery engaged. Navigation
Okay,
lights.
close the doors
lights
as instructed,
selected. On. Beacon lights. On. As per your instruction. Seatbelt warning lights. On. Cowl flaps switched on. Before start flow done, David.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Ernie.
Well, Ernie, ready? Then the before start checklist, please. Before start checklist. Parking brake set and checked. Doors closed. Battery on. Ground power. GPU disconnected. Moment. Generators both on. Beacon is on. Nav lights, that's on. Cabin signs, both on. Ignition master is on. Magnetos. Sir, external check power is off. Connected. Fill quantity. Left main. Check. Right auxiliary, left auxiliary, check, check. Next item, please. Fuel selectors. Set and checked. Carburetor heat. Checked on cold. Trim. Set to 0. Cowl flaps. Full open. Mixture. Next item, please. Throttle. Throttle is cracked. Prop control. Full forward. Flight controls. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator full up. Elevator full down. Rudder full right. Rudder full left. Flight controls checked and free. Before start checklist complete.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Gas oil, hydraulic oil, visually checked. Gear safety, checked, check. Now set. Hydraulic shut-off valve.
Open.
Parking brake.
Set. Set parking brake.
Yep. Parking brake. Set. GPU.
Connect start.
Cart ship battery. On cart. Cart. OK. Battery. Active. Now. Circuit breakers.
Checked.
Beacon.
On.
Nav lights.
As required.
Fire warning system.
Checked.
Radio master.
Off. Off.
Now set. Magnetos.
Off.
Now set. Set. Pitot heat. Prop anti-ice.
Off.
Carb heat.
Cold.
Fuel gauges.
Checked.
Fuel tank selector. Desired tank. Engine selector.
Both.
Hydraulic switch MAI in. Check pressure. Propellers.
Forward. Fine.
Throttles. Check the item again.
What
Will
is
you?
answer? What is answer?
If we go by the checklist, it should be cracked. Mixtures.
Idle cut off.
Roger. Closing. Fuel engine. 1, 2. Trim tabs.
Set.
Engine MAP.
Noted.
Flight controls.
Free.
Boost pumps.
Off.
Before start. Checklist complete.
Starting one.
Clear prop. Engine 1 turning.
Start engine.
Starter engaged. Engine 1.
Engine 1 starting up.
This simulation uses the crank starter. Some twin wasps had the inertial starter, which was arguably quicker. Come on baby, like that gas.
Pressure's coming up. Engine 1 stabilized.
Starting 2.
Engaging starter, engine 2.
Clear prop.
Engine 2 starting up.
Pressure. Open cowl flaps.
Cowl flaps enabled.
Next item, please. Ignition master is on. Magnetos both on. Fuel quantity. Left main. Check. Next item, please. Fuel selectors. Set and checked. Carburetor heat. Checked on cold. Trim. Set to 0. Cowl flaps. Full open. Mixture. Before taxi checklist. Inverters. That's on. Avionics is on. Magnetos. Right and left are both. Fuel pumps is off. Tail wheel unlocked. Flaps. Flaps are up. Mixture. Auto rich. Before taxi checklist complete.
After start checklist.
After start checklist. Temps pressures.
Check.
Gear and hydraulic pressurization.
Check.
Boost pumps.
Off.
Inverter.
On.
Radio master.
On.
Starter cart ship battery switch.
On ship.
GPU cart.
Disconnect.
Tail wheel.
Unlock to taxi.
After start checklist is complete. Captain.
Show ATC window. What's our call sign?
Sign. Sure, Captain. It's Douglas 231.
Garmin panel. Over to ground.
Yeah,
Engines are warm and
affirmative. Come 1, 25.2, VHF1, Tune
TOS,
2,
system test
FSSWX, Seas 3, CLR by GND.
Set 115.3 nav 1.
Okay. Nav1, 115.3. Got that.
Ground Douglas 231 for ATC clearance to Southampton.
Douglas 231 ground cleared to Echo Golf Hotel, India via published departure procedures, then as filed. Climb to altitude 3,000 feet, squawk 5225, contact London Control 118.82.
Roger, cleared to Southampton as filed. Climb maintain 3000, squawk 5225. First frequency on departure 118.82, Douglas 231.
Douglas 231, read back correct.
Squawk 5225.
Transponder code 5225. Done.
Douglas 231 ground, taxi holding point, runway 22 right, QNH 1020.
Roger, taxi and hold, runway 22 right, Douglas 231.
So 42 might vacate next right, enter the apron at Victor, parking stand 11.
Next right, Victor, 1142 Mike.
Garmin Flight.
027 Victor Foxtrot, contact Manchester 124.2 by.
1042, 027 Victor Foxtrot, goodbye.
Sam 250,
Before
clear
taxi
takeoff,
flow.
210 degrees 19.
Before taxi flow. Avionics. Armed. Check both magnetos on. Landing lights. Switched on. Taxi lights. On.
Not approved. Temperatures
Release parking brake.
009.
Parking brake. Released.
Electric 43, vacate right at Foxtrot. Vacate right, enter the apron at Victor, parking stand 5.
Victor, stand 5, 448.
Douglas 231, contact tower 122.6.
Roger, over the tower, Douglas 231. I acknowledge.
Okay, I'll acknowledge David.
EZ639, taxi uniform, holding point Alpha 2.
EHF going to tower.
Douglas 231, roger. Douglas 231, tower, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Roger, line up and wait, Douglas 231. I acknowledge.
Okay, I'll acknowledge David.
Malaysian 3 can taxi forward and after the departing 767 line up 27 right, follow a 75 onto the runway.
Roger.
United 921, give way to the British Airways 767 from the left after he departs, line up 27 right.
Okay, we'll give way to another British Airways, United 921. 1980, holding block 132. Shuttle 6 Tango, confirm when you wish to go back to the holding point.
Negative, we do need to stand.
Okay, if you'd like to hold in block 26000, contact 121.9.
Tail wheel lock.
Tail wheel lock is moved, David.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Mixtures.
Rich.
Board full fine. Trim
Joseph
types.
40 level tag, good evening, report final number 1.
Check.
Flight controls. Checked. Wing flaps UP. Radios. Set. Briefing.
Complete.
Before takeoff checklist is complete.
All
Captain.
right. Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist. Mixture.
Four zero Mike, clear climb, 260 degrees, 27.
Clear land, 40
High RPM. Trim. Set and checked. Flaps. Set and checked. Cow flaps. Set trail. Landing lights. Both on. Pitot heat. On. Fuel pumps.
Thanks 472, report your stand.
Before takeoff complete.
Check stand 05.
Decimal 2.
Power set for
Power set.
MTOP map power set. Acceleration.
Alex 472, line up on 127.
V1. Rotate.
80 knots. Positive climb.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear.
Gear.
Gears going
Coming
up.
up.
Flex 761, vacate right taxi.
After takeoff low. Off. Gear. Up and locked. Landing
Gear up and
lights.
lock and go
Off
lights.
as command. Cowl flaps armed. Air ignition switches off unless weather captain. Max permitted limits for max continuous after takeoff.
Tax
2500 RPM. 41 inch manifold pressure. Oil temp 100 Celsius. Cylinder head 245 C. Ready for after takeoff
departure.
checklist.
Squawk 5102, expect Manchester 124.2.
Garmin panel.
Alex 472, line up on 127.
Garmin panel.
After takeoff checklist, please.
Douglas 231, contact flight and control 118.E2.
Gear up and lock and go lights. Flaps. Flaps retracted. Landing lights. Power off. Fuel pumps. Is off. After takeoff checklist complete.
Douglas 231, contact flight and control 118.E2.
Roger, Hotel London Centre, Douglas 231. Acknowledge.
Okay, I'll acknowledge
761,
David.
vacate right taxi to Victor.
Switching to
52,
center.
Roger.
Douglas 231, London control, roger. Radar contact, climb flight level 70.
Your radios.
Got it.
Douglas 231. 3-1. Amend altitude. Maintain flight level 40. That will be your final.
Maintain flight level 40, Douglas 231.
Good afternoon, flight level 296, climbing flight level 310. Radar heading 330, requesting flight level 360.
Seabird 5 Whiskey, Roger, just maintain level 310 for the moment. Upon reaching, continue on the heading, call you back.
Let's maintain flight level 310 on reaching and maintain heading Seabird 5.
What's our speed?
149 knots.
Seabird 5 Whiskey maintaining flight level 330.
Seabird 5 Whiskey, Roger, just continue on the heading.
Okay.
Garmin panel.
EasyJet 5344. Clear of traffic. Resume on navigation. Resume on navigation. EasyJet 5344.
United 943, turn left heading 325.
Heading 325, United 9.
Set ADF1 391.
Good morning, 79 Bravo, climbing flight level 290 towards
DF1 91.5.
Shuttle 9 Bravo, Roger, climb initially for level 330, Manchester, then it's Westcott, Bovington to Heathrow.
Climb initially 330, Manchester, Westcott, Bovington, Heathrow, Shuttle 9 Bravo.
United 943, report radar heading now to Scottish Control 129.22. Bye-bye.
You have a nice day.
Yeah, we're trying.
Have one.
Want a drink?
Yes, please, David. Okay, Dave, nothing too exotic casuals. Tell her get your butt up here, girl.
Navigation. Resume on navigation. Ryanair 2773.
Did you need something, boss?
Golf, Papa, Bravo, Tango, Oscar, maintain 2000.
Yes, Captain. What can I do for you?
QNH
1 black coffee with no sugar and a latte with no sugar.
Maintain 2,400 feet. We'll look for it. All Papa, Bravo,
Okay,
Tango,
I'll bring those
Oscar.
up in a sec. 116,
You're a
are you
star.
requesting any
Thanks
higher
very
this time?
Thanks.
Affirmative, we'd appreciate level 310, this 116.
Stand by.
Good afternoon, Virgin 5 is level now 280, we're on ahead of 325.
Virgin 5, Roger, you requesting any higher?
310, ma'am.
Virgin 5 on the heading, climb for level 310.
Virgin 5, thank you.
Level 100. Speedbird 904. London Control. Roger. Resume on navigation. Resume on navigation. Speedbird 904.
With their 116, climb for level.
Altimeter check. London Control. Douglas 231 needs to leave the frequency to get weather.
Douglas 231. Report back up within 4 minutes. Echo Golf Hotel, India. Note latest information. Juliet. Winds 110 at 6. Visibility 4,700 meters. Clouds broken 1,700. Temperature 8 dew point 7. QNH 1019. Landing and departing. Runway 20. Advise approach. You have information. Juliet.
London Control. Douglas 231 backup.
Douglas 231. Roger. Thank you.
Virgin 5 is in the navigation, director Mike Charlie Tango.
Right, Mike, Charlie Tango, Manchester, from the Virgin 5.
Shuttle 9 Bravo, continue climb for level 370.
Flying flight level 370, Shuttle 9 Bravo.
London Control 131.85.
Yes, it is a bit.
104.
Sky cover overcast at 1,000 feet. Visibility is forecast at 3 miles.
Alitalia 604, thank you, maintain for level 350.
604.
Garmin panel. Bit murky.
Yes, it is a bit. Sky cover overcast at 1,000 feet. Visibility is forecast at 3 miles.
Approach 134.907. Speedbird 86.
Set 113.35 nav 1.
Roger. Nav 113.35 done. Got it. EOR 2 13.35 Yaks. Already selected. Skipper.
EasyJet 8872. Contact. Approach 129.02. Approach 129.02.
Set 110.75 nav 1.
Nav 1.
Speedbird
10.75.
307. Contact. Approach 134.907. Approach 134.907. Speedbird 307.
Speedbird 33 Juliet.
Douglas 231. Contact. Approach 128.85.
Approach 128.85. Approach Douglas 231 is with you at flight level 40 with Juliet. Request runway 20.
Douglas 231. Approach. Expect vectors to the runway 20.
Runway 20 Douglas 231.
Golf Juliet Victor Lima Quebec. Contact tower 118.2. Tower
Set nav 1 track 2.
118.2. Golf Juliet
Yep.
Victor Lima Quebec.
Selecting. Track 200.
Douglas
Got that.
231. Fly heading 290 degrees.
Heading 290 degrees. Douglas 231.
Set to Douglas 231 requesting INP ILS approach runway 20.
Approach Douglas 231. Request to full ILS runway 20. Approach.
Douglas 231. Maintain 2,500 feet until the initial cleared the full ILS runway 20. Approach QNH 1019.
Roger 2,500 feet until established. Cleared to full ILS runway 20. Approach Douglas 231.
Descent flow.
Roger descent. Seatbelt signs.
Yes,
signs,
Captain. What can I
switched
do
on.
for you?
No smoke.
Hi there,
lights
just to let
on,
you know
as
we're
per your
commencing descent.
instruction. Landing
Okay,
lights.
thanks.
Lights switched on. Taxi lights selected. On. Fuel pump 1, 2 switched on. Check altimeters are at QNH David. Ready for checklist.
Set altimeters 3009. Set altimeters 1090.
1000 to go. Adjusting. Altimeter 1019 millbars. If you don't mind. 2 cross check.
Cross check.
Thanks, David. They agree.
Center track.
Of course.
Garmin panel. What's our altitude?
2,529 feet.
Weather radar. Weather radar. Garmin panel.
Yours.
Your radios.
Got it.
Approach flow.
Approach. Turned
Ladies
on.
and gentlemen,
Switched
we'll
on.
be arriving
On,
at our
as
destination
requested.
shortly. If you're
Requested.
making a connecting
Check
flight,
approach on radios,
please see the
David.
customer
Okay,
service
ready
agent
for
lead
approach
this
checklist.
or the video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll collect any off-service items, newspapers and any other items that you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices within all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelts. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you.
Bit murky.
Yes, it is a bit. Sky cover overcast at 1,000 feet. Visibility is forecast at 3 miles.
Chest flaps one down.
Okay, David,
Flaps
flaps one
point
down.
one.
Did you say? Adjust that's one knee.
Gear down.
Affirmative. Gear. Speed. Check.
Gear's going
Coming
down.
down. Localizer alive. Gear.
Gear down.
Down
Green
and
lights.
secured.
Garmin panel. Landing flow.
Landing flow. Flaps as required. Landing lights. Lights. Selected. On. On. Cowl flaps. Available. Now. Propeller set at 2450. Fasten seat belt signs. Switched on. Check gear down, David. Check tail wheel locked. Threshold airspeed 85. Landing flow complete, David.
Cowl flaps open.
Cowl flaps. Available. Now.
What's our speed?
110 knots.
What's our altitude?
2,000 feet.
Checklist panel.
On final, before landing checklist, please. Okay, before landing checklist. Mixture. Is checked. Prop control. High RPM, cowl flaps, set trail, fuel pumps, both on. Landing lights. Checked on. cabin signs. Check both flaps. Flaps are set and checked. Landing gear. Geared at
Flight
green
slope
lights.
alive.
Tail wheel. Locked. Landing checklist complete.
Douglas 231, contact tower 118.2.
Tower 118.2. Tower Douglas 2316 mile final runway 20.
Douglas 231, tower runway 20, wind calm.
Roger.
Flight
Douglas
slope
231.
What's our altitude?
1982 feet.
Chest flaps 1 down.
Okay,
What
David,
is
flaps
flaps
1 down. Adjust flaps 1E.
Chest flaps 1 down.
Okay, David,
Flaps.
flaps 1 down.
3/4.
Haven't got any reply from you.
Thank you. What's our speed?
Knots.
What's our speed?
94 knots.
Checklist panel. Checklist panel.
Douglas 231, runway 20, clear to land.
Cleared to land. Douglas 231.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Landing gear 1,000 feet above ground.
Down and locked.
Yep, gear. Already selected. Down. Now set. Wing flaps.
That's required.
Propellers.
2,100 RPM.
2,100 RPM. Landing. Checklist complete.
Southampton Tower, Creeper Golf Delta Echo Tango at 14 miles north, inbound ILS, runway 20, approach. Creeper Golf Delta Echo Tango, Southampton Tower, fly straight in, runway 20, altimeter 3006. Fly straight in, runway 20, Creeper Delta Echo Tango.
500 feet.
Garmin panel.
500.
Garmin panel. Land base.
Landing confirmed. Continue. Runway lights in sight. Proceed, David. Minimums.
Landing.
Landing confirmed. Continue. Runway lights in sight. Proceed, David.
Chest flaps 1 down.
Okay, David,
Flaps.
flaps 1 down.
Full down.
Minimums.
That's cheeky.
Tail wheel unlocked.
Douglas 231, turn off at the next high speed and hold. Contact ground 118.2 when runway is clear.
Ground of 118.2.
Clean up flow.
Ground Douglas
Clean up
231 at Delta 4.
Flaps going up.
Douglas 231, ground, taxi to the ramp.
Taxi to the ramp.
Okay, after
Roger
landing,
Douglas
check this,
231.
Okay.
Switching
After
radio
landing
1
checklist.
to ground.
Cal flaps, full open.
Flaps
Flaps.
verified. My
Flaps
flaps
are
up.
confirmed
Pitted
up.
heat selected off.
Landing
Taxi
lights.
lights on as requested. Landing lights off on your command. Navigation lights turned off. David unlock tail wheel ready for after landing checklist.
Checklist pal.
Okay, after landing checklist, please. Okay, after landing checklist. Cal flaps, full open. Flaps. Flaps are confirmed up. Landing lights. Are off. Pitot heat. Checked off. Fuel pumps. Checked. Trim. Set to 0. Tail wheel. Unlocked. After landing checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final destination. Please remain seated with the seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft has reached its parking position and the seatbelt sign is
Look at that.
Ha ha ha, what a plunker. Doesn't know he looks a right Burke. Certainly acts like a right one.
It was a pleasure having you as our guests, and we look forward to welcome you on one of our aircrafts again. Thank you and goodbye.
There goes the starboard undercarriage. Maybe the starboard wind as well.
The engines are sure getting hot.
Cowl flaps open.
That's a bad thing, to fiddle with things at this stage.
Open cowl flaps.
Cowl flaps on.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake.
Well, that was a nice
Set.
flight. Very nice, Captain. And the shutdown checklist, please. Shutdown checklist. Mixture.
Shutdown flow.
Shutdown flow roger. Parking brake. Set. Engine anti-ice. 1, 2, off. Navigation lights. Selected. Off. Off. Seatbelt warning lights. Off. As per instructions. Engine shutdown. 1. Closing down the engine. 2. Beacon lights. Turned. Off. We are all shut down, David. How about a drink? Shut down flow complete.
Aircraft at gate for services.
At gate request services. Ground mechanic from flight deck.
I'm pleased to see you again. I'm Ray. My duty is to provide ground services. You name it, and I'll do it.
How are you doing, boss? Yes, Captain. I thought you needed something. The requested ground power
Cabin
unit
crew,
is
open all
available
doors.
and connected. The electrical power will be available shortly. Here it is.
Yeah, let's get started,
Ground
boss.
crew
My
request.
name's Ray.
Thanks.
So what did you think of that?
Overall a great flight. Visibility was dodgy coming in over Odiham. The landing was a bit of a float, but we have only 4 passengers and no load, so I will let you off on that one. Wind was only 4 knots. Tell you what, David, that follow me car driver must have been on the 4X. He nearly took our port wing off. Come on, let's have a drink. Then we can take Doogie back to Stapleford.
Okay, let's go.